Hello everyone, I'm back again, just for a little while, and we're going to go ahead and try and finish unlocking the Warlock deck. We were playing as the Rogue, and there we go. Let's get on into it.
Valera versus Gul'dan.
Exactly remember what happened last time we tried this. All I know is that it
back.
ended painfully at the very end. I don't hate this. I think I keep it. My first turn, Raptor again, I think.
Why do you call?
Oh, I remember now. It was a Hellfire at the very end. Alright, I pulled both of my saps. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and trade here. Yeah, no, I'm going to make that trade. I'm not gonna play my other Raptor though, because then he'll just trade out for the healthy one. So instead, I'm going to pull a dagger. You know, I could just dagger and kill it with the backstab. Yeah, let's just do that instead.
Here we go.
Job done.
You know, take candle.
Yeah, I pulled my assassinate earlier this time, which is definitely good. In this circumstance, I'm definitely going to throw this
Locked
out
and loaded.
to ping him.
Here
take him out with
we
the knife.
go.
Smack him.
I'm ready. I'm not ready.
Alright, I don't really
Fire!
like pulling out a new minion at this point. Because I think part of what lost me the last game is I threw too much of my stuff out on the board. He got rid of it, and then from there on I was screwed because I didn't pull anything really useful at that point. So I think I'm just gonna sap it, and I'm gonna knife up
Here
and
we
smack him in the
go.
face. I don't want to use too many of my cards because Warlock can get a huge card advantage over you way too easily. Alright, let's see. Can I kill it? Because I can do 2 damage to it here. I can kill it if I use the Storm Pike and go after it with the Bloodfend. I kind of like that trade because I actually get more damage on the field. Basically, I get a 1/1 buff for my creature. So let's do that.
I've got a huge gun.
And I'm gonna smack him.
Here
Hit him
we
because
go.
the rogue, I don't view the knife as a removal tool as much
done.
because you could get it like every turn.
I'm flying.
Alright, let's see here. It does me no good to sap it. I mean, I guess it does me a little bit of good because he has to spend that 6 mana again. But I'm definitely just gonna try it again.
Fire!
4 damage.
Ready.
Now, my question here is, I'm going to Novice Engineer because I want the
I
card.
hope you like my invention.
I drew another Assassinate. This is, yeah, I've got a lot of control in my hand. I'm gonna hang on to the 2 creatures I got.
Here we go.
And he's dead in 2 turns. Unless he does something like that.
Someone call for the doctor.
Alright. Well, I bring out the Stormwind Knight here.
For the king! For
And charge him
honor!
now. That way I don't lose my
If you're sure.
engineer in the process. Stab him.
Here we go.
And pull another ice.
I'm flying! Uh-oh!
That was strange that he chose to kill the engineer of all things. We'll just straight up deal 3 damage. Again, sapping does no good, so I'm gonna have to trade
For
the knight.
honor!
So I know he has no more of those left. If I throw the footman, he eats the. Basically, he eats one shot from this, but it won't trade. You know, I think I'm gonna throw the Bloodfin. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to throw the Bloodfin out. That way, when he attacks me, it trades.
Here
Smack
we
him.
go.
And I'll keep the rest of my hand. Actually, I'll charge my knife. I'll put that back in his hand, and it's basically like nothing ever happened.
Just me and Mr. Bitey.
Here we go.
I still always want to keep this minion in my hand just in case he's got a Hellfire. Because again, it'll put him in a much better position if I have no creatures after he Hellfires. Because otherwise he'd have 2 health left, which having a footman out and I could kill any creature he puts out would allow me to kill him even if it's just a 1/2 creature. But if I throw it out now and he Hellfires me and kills all of my stuff on the board, then I am at a severe disadvantage. I really need to top deck something in that case. He only took those clutch shadow bolts, like right when he needs them. Up, but it wasn't enough this time. And there we go, we have now unlocked all 9 classes.
You've unlocked expert level opponents, but they won't go easy on you.
Alright, well, now that we have unlocked everything, I'm going to keep that 100 gold for now. I'm not sure if I want to spend it on a pack or if I want to use it for arena tickets later. Let's see what cards I ended up with. Alright, Starfire. What were my expert cards? So far not seeing anything. There we go, there's one of them. I have 1 rare for a paladin. I have a common Thoughtsteel for priest. Nothing for rogue. Oh, where are all these? There's my other rare for shaman. Okay, weaponsmith for warrior. And then were they all neutrals? Ten Creeper, Stranglethorn, Mechatork, of course. Huh. So 1, 2. Oh, but I got 2 of the Stranglethorn Tigers. So 2, 3. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So where are the other 3? Oh, okay, I got an Amani Berserker, so it's 1. Alright, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I didn't notice the loot order. Okay. 7, 8, 9. I'm still missing one of my experts. I don't know which one it was. Is it Druid? There, yeah. No, that's still neutral. Druid. Hunter. Oh, there it was. Snipe for Hunter. Okay. So I have Hunter, Paladin, Priest, Shaman, and Warrior that I have extra cards for, at least that are class specific. So let's go ahead and do, I mean, it's just a snipe. The rares I got were Paladin and Shaman. Let's go with the Paladin. Let's do Paladin for our first deck. I'm going to end up educating how to properly build a deck. You're gonna want a good balance of removal creatures. Obviously, you're gonna want silence in your deck once I get enough cards that actually have silence. You're also gonna want to use some statistics math to determine the probabilities of dropping your cards. That is basically how you're going to ensure that your deck will be consistently performant. But right now I don't have any of my spreadsheets or whatever set up to do any of this, so it's going to be kind of seat of our pants. Mostly it's going to be basically whatever cards I have. So we definitely want a rare. And really, honestly, we're probably just going to throw
Tap near the edge of a page
all
to flip through your
of our
collection.
Paladin cards, because I'm pretty sure that they're already in the basic decks. So right now we have incredibly low cost stuff, which is good. In a proper curve, you're gonna have more low cost than you are gonna have high cost, just because you can actually use them more. But we've got a weapon, which doesn't really do a whole lot, but it's a little bit at least. It's really it's our only first turn at this time. So, we are sorted by mana cost. So these are our other first turn options. I think it's gonna be good for the Paladin deck, to get some extra damage in it, because it doesn't really have a whole lot of damage that it can do. So let's pick up 2 Elven Archers. Unfortunately, you still really don't want to play this as first turn characters a lot of the time. So I'm also going to pick up a couple of Stone Toast Boars. And that should give, I think it gives me 6 different cards that I can pull that are 1 cost. Oh, I'm sorry, that's 10. Let's... yeah, I don't think I want a third of my deck being 1 costs. So let us put back one of the Light's Justice, and also one of the Elven Archers. This way, we've got 1, 2, 3 decent turn 1 pulls. The Armani Berserker is good in decks that have the ability to trigger it. We can't reliably do that. Also remember, for 2 cost we can always get a 1/1 out. Not exactly the best, most effective use of that mana, but we can do it. I do want to get a loot hoarder. Card draw is absolutely essential. If you do not have a card advantage over your opponent, you are probably going to lose the game, unless you are, already severely ahead. We're gonna need more 2-drops though. We've only got 3 cards. So let's throw spell damage. Spell damage isn't really gonna help me a whole lot. Most of my, I guess I'd get 1 extra damage there. but yeah, it's not really. I mean, I think I get. Yeah, I think that's it. So let's pick up a couple of taunts, just so we have some kind of early game stopping power. I think 5 cards in the 2 cost range is going to be plenty. So we'll move on to 3 costs. I'm not really sure how we want to kill them with this deck. I've got a couple creatures. I really do like the raid leaders, just because for 3 cost, especially if you have, I mean, you can have up to 6 other minions on the field. You can throw it down, and that's 6 damage for 3 mana, potentially. Plus, you know, obviously it can give you more damage if you've got the ability to keep it alive and all that good stuff. I really think it's a good card, so I'm gonna toss 2 of those in here. I also like the Shattered Sun Cleric. I mean, a 3/3 for 3 is good in its own right, but it also gives you an extra 1/1 on any minion you choose, which can be incredibly useful. And 3 cost is probably where I want. I'm gonna say like 7 to 8 cards of my deck to be. So let's toss 2 of those in as well. So we got 5 3 costs at this point. I do have my 2 cost taunts, so I'm probably not going to grab any taunts for this. I'm going to grab some Dwarf Riders to have some charge in the deck. So we got 6, we have 7. Okay, and that's pretty good. I think 7 3 costs is pretty good. On to the 4s. We got 6 cards remaining. And I think our thing right now is just that we're gonna have a lot of low cost stuff. So rather than get a lot of bulky stuff, let's get a couple of Gnomish Vendors to get some more card draw. And since we're trying to win quickly, let's get a couple more charge creatures. We have 2 cards left in this deck. I think it's probably a good idea to put in some muscle. And for that reason, I'm going to put in some Chillwind Yetis.
That deck looks solid. Take her out for a spin.
You know, yeah, let's. I mean, if I'm going to have to stack up on something, I mean, this is a 1 through 4 cost game. Deck. So anything in my deck I can play by turn 4. So let's see. I mean, we're just going to say this is cheapy. And we're gonna try that out in practice mode. And let's take it, well, you know, let's just compare it to their own Paladin deck. So if it's not even as good as their Paladin deck, then obviously we need to retune.
Uther versus Uther!
I will fight with honor. Justice demands retribution.
And now notice, because all my cards are low cost, I can pretty much take anything that I'm given. I mean, unless it throws me, you know, a handful of 4s. So I'm thinking first turn is going to be the boar. Yeah, definitely.
Ready for action!
Divine Shield will. That's a lucky draw.
For justice!
Now, my choice is that I can run my boar into this and lose it, or I can give it a Blessed Kings and kill it, basically do a trade. But then I'm using 2 cards to kill 1 card, which is not really all that great value. I could coin and get a Silverhand Recruit, which is what I'm probably going to do. Just because that way,
Reporting for duty.
if he wants to trade, he can. And I still only spent 1 card killing him.
1 shot, 1 kill.
Always with the elevators. Like the bane of my early game existence. Well, the Peacekeeper's not going to help me in any way. Actually, none of my characters are really going to help a whole lot at this point. The good news is I can
For justice!
bonk all these guys on the head. Slam out another recruit.
Reporting for duty.
Just because it's a waste to put anything else down here right now.
Pass me that arc light spanner.
And that's, the recruit was just hoping to eat one of his creatures. I mean, I could put on my own Novish Inventor. I'm gonna
For justice!
bonk the archer on the head. And now I can either put out the Novish Inventor or stamp a recruit. I think the Inventor's, well, or I can put out the, let's put out the Yeti. Job's done. That way he can eat the Inventor and still be alive. Or at least force him to use another card. And then it's just an even turn.
Pass me that arc light spanner.
Oh, geesh. Well, that's not exactly what I wanted. I think in this case I choose Silver Chain. I'm gonna waste one charge on my Light's Justice, but that's okay.
For justice!
I'll kill this. And because he forced me to do this, I'm gonna make this really hard.
Handle it! Handle it!
Wow, double raid leader. I'm definitely going to charge.
For the king! For honor!
Then I'm gonna kill
For
the other.
justice!
Which means I'll take no damage. Smack him in the face.
Reporting for duty.
And I've got 10 damage on the field, so he has nothing.
Loaded.
That's my but I got 14 damage out of him, so that was Alright, now here is where you throw out the cleric.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
You know, I really shouldn't have done that. Oh well. Yeah, there we go. Let's put her back. Put out the raid leader instead.
To
Now
battle!
this trades across. Then I think I'm gonna throw out the Inventor because I want to get back up that card again.
Pass me that arc light spanner.
Job's done. There we go.
I've got a huge card!
I hope you like my invention.
Ready for action!
Okay, here. Well, normally this would be really bad. But I can get my shield.
Taste my steel!
And then I can shatter its cleric.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Here.
Hey, give me a minute.
Job's done. And I'm clearly in the lead.
The gates are open.
And I'll take out my Wolf Rider, which takes. Oh, wow.
Reporting for duty.
Well, let's Peacekeeper, so we
Follow
change this
the
attack to
rule.
1. We're going to hand her protection again.
Taste my steel!
Push forward.
We're gonna get a recruit out,
Reporting for duty.
and we're just gonna heal up because why not? Job's done. Sure, you can take out whatever you want.
Behold the might of Stormwind!
Ooh, wow. Let's go for you. Wow, really?
Reporting for duty.
That was quite strange. That was a strange choice. Especially since I pulled a taunt.
What you want?
Reporting for duty.
Now, he's got something has to bash into my my Frostwolf. So worst case scenario, he loses, or worst case scenario for me at least, he loses this recruit. Then he can pick one of my creatures to kill with this one and with this one, which is going to leave me at minimum 4 damage on the field next turn. Unless, well, I guess he can bop this guy in the head. So at minimum 3 damage on the field next turn. I can deal 9 damage right now to take him down to 6. So because that's my option, I'm gonna have to trade out. I think I'm gonna trade all 3 of these guys for these 2.
Taste my steel!
And then that way, I don't have near the damage on him that I would have, but I have the upper hand in the minion at this point, and I have the health advantage, and we're both at the same number of cards.
I hope you like my invention.
Locked and loaded! Reporting for duty.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay.
Reporting
Get him
for
out
duty.
just so her bonus isn't
We
completely
must
wasted.
cleanse the Sunwell.
Job's
And
done.
I've got favorable trades either way at this point. Nice top deck.
One shot, one kill.
And then we'll use it to take it out.
Reporting for duty.
And this is why you don't really want to ever be top decking. Just because you never know what you're going to run into.
Reporting for duty.
Okay, so he clearly has more damage on the field than I do. So he doesn't really even have to come at my units and kill me. He could just out DPS me at this point, which is probably the correct situation for him. I mean, but because this guy's so low health, he can always just trade a recruit to get rid of most of my damage. So, because that's the case, I have to kill his highest damage unit.
Steel!
Job's done. At least I take him down to nearly half of his damage output.
Reporting for duty.
And my health lead has nearly evaporated at this point. Raid leader, which at least he has to sacrifice 2 guys to get rid of it.
Reporting for duty.
I'm doing fairly well for being a top deck mode. Oh, that was definitely not what I needed. Oh, that's even worse. See,
Reporting for
unfortunately,
duty.
having a low cost deck like this means that in the later stages of the game you are incredibly weak. Yeah, I gotta trade
To
here.
battle!
And I can take out the archer. I'll go Stone Tusk Boar, which I will use to take off that shield.
Reporting for duty.
And there we go. This is the guy that's going to murder me right here. If he can do 1 more damage to me this turn, he wins. So, yeah, unfortunately, I didn't really have the cards to win early in the game.
Reporting for duty.
And I didn't have enough staying power. So yeah, this deck definitely needs to be retuned. I'm gonna have to concede out of this.
The victory.
But you notice that I always had an option. There was always something to play, and that's what you're with your mana curve. You're just always trying to play something. Let's go back. Let's retune it just a little bit. We clearly need some higher cost stuff, so let's get rid of some of the low cost stuff. I do like the Blessing Lights. They're great to pull out and kill something high cost off. The Elf Archer is too inconsistent. This is the Light Justice. The Light Justice didn't really help me all that much. It actually caused me to eat a whole lot more damage, which is bad for me because I'm trying to win in the early game. So the removal actually isn't all that great. So let's go to some 5 costs maybe, just to give us a little bit more beef. We've got a lot of little dudes, so I kind of think putting in the warlords is the right idea. At least that's kind of scarier towards the late end of the game. I mean, you always want to just make little tiny tweaks. I mean, we didn't like horribly lose that game. I mean, it only got horrible once our draws were competing with his draws, and they just weren't. I mean, we're really great in the early game, but it's the mid to late game that we start losing our momentum. So let's go back. Let's try this again. And we're gonna do it straight up.
Uther versus Uther!
I will fight with honor. Justice demands retribution.
I'm going first, so I'm actually gonna pitch the Hammer of Wrath, and the Hand of Protection. I don't want to Hand of Protect the Loot Hoarder. Well, oh well. Remember, I did lose a couple of my 1-drops, so it was a little bit statistically less likely that I was going to pull one. Alright, let's
Mind if I roll
get the loot
me?
order out here. Job's done. If nothing else, he'll give me a card.
Reporting for duty.
Looks like 2 damage in a card, unless I just leave here. Okay, he's gonna trade for that instead.
Hey, give me that!
And I'll get the Wolf Rider out to get some damage on him.
Ready to ride. Taste my steel.
I hope you like my invention.
Okay, well, you know, I think I'm just gonna pull out the Stormwind, because he directly charges exactly for enough damage for her.
For the king! For honor!
Then I get more value out of my Wolf Rider.
Job's done. Locked and loaded.
Alright, well, you know, I could pull another Wolf Rider out on him, which, that's probably
For honor!
what I will do. I mean, I can play the Warlord, but he'll only get a 1/1, which is a 5/5 for 5, which is not all that great. I've actually got most of my high cost stuff in my hand, which is kind of odd.
Ready to ride.
But you know, we're gonna
Reporting for duty. Taste my steel.
So if I can keep,
For the king!
keep these guys alive, he'll probably charge down the Wolf Rider. No.
Ready for action.
Well, now he'd get 2/2, which is slightly better. But I think we're going to Hammer of Wrath his. And then I can either trade out my Wolf Rider or Blessing of Kings on this guy. But if I Blessing of Kings, then I might as well just keep him. So I think that's what I think I'm gonna trade out the Warlord.
Taste my steel.
And now I can either Blessing of Kings, or I can try to keep 2 minions in the field so that my Frostwolf will have more guys.
Reporting for duty. The gates are open.
Alright, so now he's got the Lord of the Arena out. I can put a Blessing of Kings on him and trade out both minions for it. I could also throw a Raid Leader and a Blessing of Kings, and I just trade the Blessing of Kings, and I get to keep one of them alive, plus have a Raid Leader out. So I think that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Handle it. To battle!
I mean, it's just so painful to lose, you know, to lose that high a cost per creature to a freaking token minion.
To battle!
Now, again, I'm gonna stamp out the minion, or the
Reporting for duty.
just so I don't lose the cards in my hand. Because I mean, I could do this guy every
The
time.
gates are open.
Wow, another one. That's not exactly what I wanted. Okay, well that's a good pull in this situation.
For justice!
I'll take some damage for the first time in the game. But now I can root for.
To battle! Hit it very hard. Reporting for duty.
And you know, let's just go ahead and take. Job's done.
For the king! To battle!
And again, keeping with our theme of lots of
What
little
you
guys.
want? Reporting for duty.
I've got a huge gun.
Pass me that arc light spanner!
Alright, well now we're getting to the point where I could do some interesting stuff. Like I can slap this guy
Reporting for duty.
out. I can remove either of these two guys with my True Silver Champion if I want. I can play a Frostwolf if I want, but he'd be a 6/6. I think I go ahead and remove the Storm Pike. No, actually, I think because the Storm Pike is so much lower in health, I actually remove the Gnome. So yeah,
For
let's do that.
justice!
And I pull up my own Gnome.
Pass me that arc light spanner!
Well, I could Chill Wind, which is probably going to guarantee me another minion on the field next turn, so that my Frostwolves can actually be dropped. So yeah, I think. And I'm not going to attack him because if he trades here, it would be even more favorable because he'd get 2 creatures for 1.
To battle! Behold the might of Stormwind! Handle it!
Okay, here we go. Well, that guy is gonna be a pain in the butt. So let's drop a Peacekeeper.
Follow the rule!
And now I've got enough left for a Warlord.
The Frost Wolves stand ready!
So that's a. Oh, I should have minioned first. Oh well. Anyway, this guy
To
trades.
battle!
I take out his.
To
Hit him
battle!
directly. And yeah, I should have minioned. I mean, I was toying with the idea of throwing a hand of protection. Yeah, I think I will. I'm gonna protect. No, I think I am gonna minion. Nah, I'm gonna throw out protections. Let's keep my 2 heavy hitters around. He's got to do a lot because they can kill. Just those 2 can kill him next turn.
Behold the might of Stormwind! Handle it!
Yeah, that was a good decision. Because you know he could have gotten rid of the Yeti. But yeah, because I did that. just a slight tweak to the deck made it a lot more viable in the end game. And now I get Consecrates, which is awesome because I really needed some board clear. Anyway, I'm going to leave this here for now, and this has been Sovereign SC, signing out. Thank you very much.